Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone in New York who rule well, and salutations to the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. We're going to get into the lesson right now with about the Edomites. These other curses that fell upon us, are now turning on them. I mean, you see it in Esau Edom society. Let me grab this real quick.
Want me to go on?
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
This Deuteronomy 30:7. It say, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thee, enemy, and on them that hate thee with persecuted thee."
Kind. You know what I mean? So, like, all these curses that fell upon us, they're going to fall upon Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? And righteously so. You know what I'm saying? Because now is the time for the kingdom of heaven, which is approaching, So we got to get right. You know what I mean? And we're under grace right now, so you got to repent, which means turn back. Turn back to the Lord. All right?
That's right, and you starting to see a lot of them curses fall upon them now, man. Because with the more and more the end coming, the more and more the Lord is going to start taking them curses off us and putting on the Edomites. I got a scripture real quick. Yeah. This Lamentations 4:21. It say, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwell in the lands of Uz. The cup also shall pass through into thee." And what's that cup that we have to drink, man? It's talking about that slavery, man. So guess what? Hey, you'll get Thessalonians.
Thessalonians?
Yeah. And you get Colossians 3. I believe 3 in the last two verses. Yeah. It say, "Pass through thee, and thou shalt drunken, and shall make thyself naked," man. And that's what the Lord is doing, man. And the Lord is finna turn. He turned this place upside down with the men of the Lord that they teach on the street corners, man, and on YouTube, man. Wedding Solomon 5, man, and condemning these people, man, showing us that their downfall is coming and approaching, man. And the kingdom of heaven we got next, man. It say, verse 22, "The punishment of their iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He would no more carry thee away in captivity." So the Lord is not going to what? Put these curses, this captivity that we went through, no more upon us no more. He said, "I will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and will discover thy sins," man. And how is he doing that, man? He's doing that with the men of the Lord, man.
This is Thessalonians 1, verse 6. Like this is 2 Thessalonians 1, verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you."
Right. So guess what? Who trouble us, man? Well, what was that cup? But we drunk. That slavery cup, man. Hey, the Lord put all them curses upon us, man. And guess what? All them curses got to go upon who? All them other heathens, man. Starting with Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. Because what? Because Zechariah proved what? He afforded our afflictions, man. So guess what? He got to get it the worst. But all of them have to get it. Keep going. So it say it's a righteous thing, man. So it's the righteous thing to the Lord to recompense to those that trouble us, man. And that's that cup. That's them curses that's going to fall upon Edom. You got anything you got that Colossians?
Yeah. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25. "But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done."
Right. And what's all them wrong things that he did? On Salak, you got something, brother?
No, you want it.
All the atrocities that he did to the children of Israel, man. Hey, on these unrighteous decrees. All them things are going to fall upon the so-called white man back on his head. But double fold, man.
Yeah.
I got you. Just since you just said that. This is Revelations 18:6. It says, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double." All right? And that's what's going to happen, man. Hey, Ray, when you read Isaiah 47, it tells you she had no mercy upon us, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. Hey, even like the scripture says double fold, but in the scriptures it tells you how you're supposed to treat your slaves, man. All right? And they're supposed to been let us go, man. So actually they put double on us. So we going to put quadruple on them, man. Hey, tear out this world, man. All right, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
I got a precept for you. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
And that's what they forget, man. You know, that's one thing that the so-called white man and all these other nations have forgotten. You know, that whatsoever a man reap, you know, that's what he's gonna get, man. You know, they did all these atrocities, these genocides, you know, and they just forgot about the Lord, man. You know, and His judgments. But the Lord is changing things up. All these curses that came upon our people, you know, and all these things that these other nations have did to our people, it's all gonna come back around, man.
That's right.
The Bible.
That's right, because in Deuteronomy, what it say that they should be the head, they should be, we should be the tail. Guess what? That's gonna flip over. They gonna be the tail, and we gonna be the head, man. Like these things that the Lord promised us, man. He promised the world for what? Our sake.
I got precept. This is Obadiah verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." And that's the times we're coming into, man. Because all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, He has ordained and sanctioned and orchestrated your total obliteration, man. Alright, we're seeing the downfall before your destruction, man. Alright, all the other nations are turning against you. Alright, the people in the streets are starting to rise up against you, do not care what you think. That's in the scriptures as well. It's all prophecy, man. Alright, you're living out that little time the Lord gave you. Alright, based on the blessing that Esau received. Alright, and after that, Jacob's kingdom is coming, man. That's why you're seeing prophets rise up. You're seeing men understand the conditions that they're in, man. Alright, and the conditions that their people are in. You see, it's all according to the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and it's always happened. Every captivity we've been in, man. You see, and the same thing's happening. You know?
I got one for you.
Yeah.
This is James chapter 2 and verse 13. It says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy." It says, "And mercy rejoice against judgment." You know? And so that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord's going to give you your mercy, alright? Which is going to be no mercy because you showed no mercy, man. Alright? The scripture says the mercies of the wicked are cruel, man. Alright?
Yeah.
You know? They tender and cruel, man, because they don't know how to show mercy, man. They don't know how to be uprightness, man. They don't know how to show righteousness, man.
Yeah, the spirit that's in them is not upright.
That's right.
He's wicked. Can't bring this out. This is Revelation 13, verse 9 and 10. "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." You know what I'm saying? So who led us here into captivity? And we're still under captivity under the Esau Edom.
That's right.
Right?
Who oppressed Jacob daily, man.
Yeah.
All our life, man. Since we've been in this hellhole, man.
Yeah, who can't go to sleep until they figure a way to fuck Jake over? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's Esau Edom, man. Back in verse Revelation 13 and 10 now. Back in the middle. "He that kills with the sword," you know, Esau Edom's blessing was the sword in Genesis 27, "must be killed with the sword." You know, that's balance. Alright? Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, the Israelites. Alright? That's what we're waiting for, man. Alright? To get everything in order. Alright? And put Esau Edom at the bottom where he belongs, man. These are base men ruling over us. Alright? And our people are suffering. Alright? And we're here crying aloud, you know, because we want salvation, man. We want Yahweh Shai to return. Alright? When he does, he's going to kill a lot of fucking people, man. Starting with you 2/3 of Israel first, man.
Well, they all consider heathens, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're going to get the same judgment that the Esau Edom going to get, man. Only difference is you're not going to go in 1,000 years a slave, man. Because the Lord, you still an Israelite, man.
Yeah, Abba Yahweh's going to give you mercy, you know, by you know, the elect, you know, pushing you out, you know what I'm saying? Bringing you forth, you know?
But on this side, man, you're going to get that destruction just like Edom, man. Yeah, because you don't want to hear the laws and the words of the Heavenly Father, man.
They loathe the laws, you know what I'm saying? They hated it with a passion, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to get right. You know, they love being wicked, man. Alright, and if I bring this up, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil," man. And that's why you have these sodomites walking around today, you know, getting popping other men and thinking it's okay because the Most High didn't judge them on the spot. You gotta understand, you children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and confusion of faces that go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Lord is jacking us up because he loves us, man. We fucked up. right? So he's treating us like sons, man, and disciplining us. He doesn't care about these heathens, man. Fuck them, all right? Let go of that. Be holy, man. Be separate from them, man. All right? And depart from iniquity. Depart from sin.
You're going to get those missiles like they're going to get, man. All right?
Yeah.
There's not going to be no way out of the thermonuclear destruction or these plagues once they start, man. All right? When the Lord opens the door, that's it, man. And if you're not in the right spirit, you're gonna be caught out there with no covering, man. And that's 2/3 of our people, because they don't want to understand that their enemy is a so-called white man. He's going down. It's evident. Look at this society. It's finished. All right? And they don't understand, and they don't have the ability to go research what happens to kingdoms when they go into that position, man. All the other countries come against them, and they're destroyed, man. Because the Lord brings that judgment upon that nation, man. Just like he did to us. We didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We didn't do what he said. Look what he did to us. He brought us down and destroyed us.
He put no curses on us, man.
Exactly. And now he's going to put it on them. You don't want to be in that position or that spirit where you want to continue to be like them, and these are the people that are about to be punished. You want to be in the spirit of the people that are not about to be punished. And you want to enter into that grace period, man, or that grace window. Not the opposite, man.
All right. I got a precept for you. This Isaiah 30:1. It say, woe unto the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not the spirit, that may add sin to sin. And that's what these people do, man. Hey, our 2/3 of our people don't want to take the counsel in the spirit of the Lord, man. They want to follow the heathens, man. So they're going to get that judgment just like the heathens, man.
Yeah.
They're going to get destroyed, man. They say, they'll walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked to my mouth, man. And they trusting in this Egypt, man. And it's going to go down just like, they're going to go down just with Egypt, man. This bitch is going down, man. They say, to strengthen themselves in strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. They trust in the shadow of America, man. And this land of confusion, man. Right. It's going to be their downfall. So you got one?
Yeah, I got one here. Because they're trusting in America and their naval forces. They're trusting in their society, their monetary system. This is Isaiah 31:3. It says, now the Egyptians are men. The Egyptians will be the so-called American white man or his society. They will be counted in that stead today. All right, they will be considered the Egyptians because this is the same thing again. Us being in captivity under the Pharaoh, which would be considered Donald Trump today, man. It's the same thing. It says Isaiah 31:3. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit. That's what the brother was going into. We have to trust in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and our people don't want to put that covering over themselves, man. Or it says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. That's gonna be that's what's gonna happen to our people that continue to trust in this place, man. They're gonna fall together. You're gonna fall with the so-called white men and the heathens, man. You're not gonna receive any kind of salvation out of this place, man. This is gonna get terrible. And you niggas gonna be wondering what's going on. The Lord's gonna tell you that he's gonna make the prophets come back into your mind, man. Damn, I should have listened. I saw them on YouTube one day. I saw a video of those Hebrew Israelites, but I just clicked over it. That's when the stuff, little things like that, are gonna pop back in your mind, man.
That's right. Cause
you know,
I should add, man. He said it's gonna get terrible, but it's already terrible. It's gonna get worse. Hey, you gotta think about it, man. Hey, it's already what 50% of the population don't have what food, can't have food, can't pay their rent, their car note. Hey, that's damn near. The middle class isn't included in that, man. So all these Edomites, why you think they moving in these hoods, man? They can't afford certain things. Why you think suicide ratings been going up, man? Hey, these people is losing their mind, man. Because why? Egypt is falling, man. It's not this great golden city no more, man. The Lord is bringing this place right side up, man, because it was already upside down, man. He's setting it back in order like it's supposed to be, man. You got something like what?
Con. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, well, this is Isaiah 30. This is Isaiah 33:1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dwelt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. All right, yeah, and hey, you think that the so-called white man is your friend because he give you a link, you know, Section 8, or you know, tells you he's sorry for everything that happened to you and your people type shit, you know. Say he got black friends, you know, and you know they come up with any other excuse, man, you know, just to get out that jam, man. All right, because they dealt so treacherously with us, all right, so harshly with us, and continue to do so to this day, man. All right, they don't want the same thing to happen to them. You can ask any.
They love the so-called white man. Our people love him, man. Like you say anything bad about him, let's just go to another subject. Nah, let's address the elephant in the room, man. It's the so-called white man. And obviously his damn kingdom is falling. And you're going to fall with it if you don't come back to your damn heritage, man. Salaki, not damn heritage, but your heritage, man. It's just frustrating to see you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans continue to trust in a place that doesn't give you shit. They don't give you no benefits. They don't give you nothing. They're discriminative towards you. You have the least the least of anything or any people in this country, and you still want to continue to hold on to the. That's
Is Israel a homeborn slave?
Yep, exactly.
Because Jake think they got some, man, but compared to what Jake is kings and you know just kings and princes, man. So what we had it far exceeds all this shit that's here in America, man. But this is all Jake know, man. Jake got their head stuck up fucking being a fucking rapper or something, being a fucking basketball player, you know, being all this shit that's faded away. Yep. All right, this fashion faded away. This dollar faded away, man. You know.
I got a piece of it real quick. This Jeremiah 13 and 23. It say, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or a leopard his spots? Now we know when you read this, Jeremiah was talking to Israelites, but you can relate this to the so-called white man, man. Cause this so-called white man can't do good, man. It say, then may you also to do good, they are consumed to do evil. So just cause he give you Section 8, or he give you link for a certain period of time, but guess what? Since Egypt's fallen, they taking the shit away. Hey, guess what? With pensions, man, they tell you this American dream. Hey, you work so long, and then guess what? You can retire. You ain't got to work no more. But guess what? In Egypt, while the economy is falling, guess what? You got to go back to work when you 50, when you 60, you 70. People out here doing Lyft and Uber, man.
Sure.
Hey, and it's just not going for Jake either, man. Hey, they own people doing this too, man. Even the other nations, the Moabites, the Ishmael, hey, they not doing good in the hood either, man. The gas stations, hey, even the Africans, women not buying weed no more. Hey, these things is starting to fall on them other nations too, man.
You have one?
No, go for it.
Fine. This is Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. All right. So when this place starts to go down, you can see the other nations that have been living deliciously falling. So what do you think is gonna happen to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man? You're gonna be an even worse case. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra 9, they shall dwell in torments. You people are going to dwell in torments, man. You're going to be out here bugged out, you know, not understanding what's going on. And we've been trying to tell you, man. This is the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his kingdom.
Bring that out one more time, man.
This is Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed.
Right, this broken reed. Meaning this broken city, man. That's corrupted, that's going down, man. You trust in Pharaoh. Keep going.
It says, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand.
Right, and pierce him, man. Guess what? Hey, since you trusting in the society, guess what? You're going to trust in that FRD chip, man. That's going into the FRD chip, man. And you're going to take that chip, man. Because you're going to have to put it in your system, man. Keep going.
It says, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
Right, so is king, because guess what? The modern king of this day is Donald Trump, man. And he's going to take all your Section 8, your food stamps, and make you have to take that chip, man. Because you trusting in Egypt so much, man. Keep going.
It says, but if thou say to me, we trust in the Lord our power, is not he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah have taken away, and said to Judah and to Jerusalem, ye shall worship before this altar? Do we keep going?
No, that's it.
Okay.
But that's what you're supposed to do. You got to trust into the Lord, man, and not into Pharaoh, man.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You know what I'm saying? So if you're sincere and you're actually looking for the Lord and keeping the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, you know what I mean? The Lord's going to fight for you, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But if you're in the world and you're committing sin upon sin, right, and not caring, man, you're going to get jacked up, man, in your sin, man. And it's going to be righteously so, man. You're going to deserve that. Verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. And right now we're approaching Jacob's trouble, you know what I'm saying? And that's just going to be crazy out here, like a time never been seen, that's never been seen on earth before. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, you're fucked, man. Alright? So, you know, no matter what is presented to you, know that that you can handle it. The Most High is not going to give you more that you cannot handle. So whatever you go through, whatever affliction it is, if you end up in a FEMA camp, all right, or you're out in the wilderness eating locusts and you know plants and stuff like that, hey man, just stay with the Lord, man. Have faith that He's going to bring you through it all right? Because this moment is just for, that's what it is, a very small moment, all right? So you got to keep your integrity in this thing, man, all the way to the end, man. He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved, man. All right.
That's right. That's the whole object of what we're supposed to be doing while Esau's falling, man. Because he doesn't have that kind of covering. Because the shame is starting to come over him, man. Well, bro, it's gonna be a terrible time to be an Edomite, man, when all this stuff goes down, man. Shit. Anybody see you Edomites on the street?
It ain't even terrible now. Look at what they doing. They killing themselves, man.
They don't
have no integrity.
Yeah. So there's a green tree right now, man. Imagine when that shit's all dried up, man. All right. There's going to be chaos out here. No 911. Alright? People that you know, that you love, that you grew up with, that you trust, they're going to turn on you, man. The love of many shall wax cold. Alright? You can only depend on the Lord, man. That's it. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. If you don't got that, man, you're literally fucked, man.
That's that covering.
Right.
They didn't take it. They didn't take the covering of the Lord.
They chose death.
That's what's going to happen to 2/3 of our people. For wanting to hold on to master, man. Master's about to get judged by a higher power, man. So why you think he's gonna? But that's why Zechariah is in the book for us to read, man, because we understand that 2/3 of our people are just not gonna get right, man. They're gonna continue to trust in their oppressor all the way into the end, man. This is all they have. They don't want to go out their way. They don't want to do stuff for the Lord. They don't want to do righteousness, man.
I got one.
You know.
This is Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, but this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." All right, so the scripture said, "Arise ye and depart," man. And you gotta come out. Scripture says, basically breaking up that fallow ground, man. You gotta come out this place spiritually, man, mentally, you know. Because this westernized mentality, it says it shall destroy you with a sore destruction, man.
Yeah. All
right, believing in the lies and the philosophies that this white man pushes, man, and you will be out here confused, man, lost. All right.
And that's why that's not to cut you off. That's why that Isaiah 36:6 is so heavy, man. It say wherever a man leans, it should pierce him. Because as soon as you lean to this side, guess what? He gonna take this away. If you lean to that side, it's gonna take this away. Now it's gonna make you what? Just take that FRD chip, man. That's why you gotta trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man.
That's right. And getting into it says it shall destroy you with a sore destruction, man. Because if you decide to stay in this place, man, if you decide to live your life, all right, you know, and say fuck the Lord and everything that He commanded Israel to do, and the day of the Lord is gonna come at you as a thief in the night, man. Yeah. All right. And guess what? Not only is you gonna be destroyed spiritually and physically and mentally, but next that physical part is gonna come, man. Alright, the Lord is going to jack your ass up, man. Whether it be by the plagues that's going to hit America or by that ultimate plague, which is that ICBM, man. You know?
That's right. Especially if you take that chip, man.
That's right.
It's over with. You got anything else?
We got that. Again, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone in New York. And salutations to the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.